After the earth moved yesterday, a lot of homeowners are taking a closer look at earthquake insurance. We're working for you to check out the options.
The San Diego City Council considers a ban on what some are calling price-fixing software in the rental market. We'll have a live report.
A development boom in Santi. Coming up, details on all the places looking to expand here.
It'd be nice, but it's not practical. There's too much going on still.
The concerns over plans to reopen the Pacific Coast Highway through the Palisades fire zone.
Used car sales are surging, so we're working for you, getting tips from the experts before you buy.
Makes no difference.
A classic CBS 8 promo and its special meaning to the Murray family.
CBS 8 News live at 6 starts right now.
We begin with the fallout from yesterday's 5.2 magnitude earthquake that hit south of Julian, the worst quake to hit San Diego County since 2010. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. Tonight, homeowners are wondering if they need earthquake insurance. CBS 8's David Gottfredson is working for you. He talked with an expert about the options available to protect your home.
Now that the dust has settled from Monday's 5.2 earthquake, you might be thinking about updating your earthquake insurance. Getting the right coverage might help you and the kids sleep better at night.
Well, it's definitely a wake-up call. That's the cliche phrase that we hear every time there's an earthquake, but it's really true.
Carl Sussman is an independent insurance agency owner. And while mortgage companies generally do not require earthquake insurance, Sussman says it's a good idea.
Homeowners insurance does not cover earthquakes. It's specifically excluded. So the only way to have coverage in the event of an earthquake is to buy a separate earthquake insurance policy.
The California Earthquake Authority is the largest provider of earthquake insurance in California. It is a nonprofit set up by the state, but not funded by the state. Other private insurance companies also offer earthquake policies.
It definitely makes sense to shop around from these different companies because one rate could be very different than another.
When it comes to earthquake coverage, the lower the deductible, the more expensive the policy. But if your house is worth more than $1 million, or if it was built before 1980, the lowest possible deductible you can get from the California Earthquake Authority is 15%. So on a $1 million home, that's a $150,000 deductible.
These policies aren't designed to pay for, the lamp that falls over, right, or something minor that happens.
The good news is, unlike wildfire insurance, earthquake insurance is really easy to get right now, and it's offered by several different companies. Working for you, David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
Thank you, David. And remember, if there's something you would like us to look into, you can email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com. You can also get the latest on how you and your family can stay safe and be prepared ahead of our next big earthquake. It's streaming on our free channel, CBS 8 Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
The San Diego City Council has set Monday, June 9th as the date for a hearing on proposed trash collection fees for single-family homes. The city will now begin sending notices to affected property owners with information on the fees that you'll have to pay, and they're going to range anywhere between $36 and $47 a month, depending on which size bin you choose. The city released its new proposed rates a few days ago. If approved, these fees could take effect, and you'll have to start paying in July. Today, San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria released a new draft budget proposal for the 2026 fiscal year.
This budget is up about $200 million from last year, coming in at just over $6 billion. Back in December, Mayor Gloria said the city would need to account for a $258 million budget deficit because of declining tax revenue. This draft would cut about $176 million in spending across all city departments. It would propose eliminating nearly 400 positions and reduce the operating hours for libraries, recreation centers, and restrooms in city parks. Mayor Gloria will present this proposal at a public city council hearing next Monday.
Meantime, the San Diego City Council is fighting the rising cost of rent by taking aim at the technology behind it.
Today, council members advanced a ban on algorithmic software that they say has been used for price fixing in the city's rental market. CBS 8's Brian White joins us live from City Hall with more. Brian.
Marcella and Carlo, an important conversation here at City Hall over the future of rent in San Diego. And just 2 hours ago, City Council members voted 8-1, moving to ban AI-driven platforms that critics say are artificially driving up rental prices.
Quotes are pulled from the DOJ complaint.
This software isn't neutral. It uses private data from competing landlords to coordinate rent increases, even if it means leaving homes empty.
Dozens of speakers chimed in on public comment, most in favor of banning the type of algorithmic rental management software that uses non-public competitor data to recommend rental pricing.
Anything that we can do to tackle the high cost of rent, especially if it's artificial as a result of collusion and price fixing, which is essentially a product of corporate greed, we want to take that on.
Councilmember Sean Elo Rivera held a press conference before the meeting. He claims some of these AI-driven rental platforms are used to skirt antitrust laws.
It's the thing that we used to worry about happening in a dark, smoke-filled room, right? And is now software is being used as that dark, smoke-filled room as a way to try to skirt around very old and important laws about price fixing.
But not everyone supported the ordinance. A few spoke out against it.
There's a lot of misconceptions about our software and about pricing software in general. Our software is market analysis with a pricing suggestion attached to it.
Mike Semko is Vice President and Associate General Counsel at RealPage, a popular rental management software used by landlords here in San Diego.
The only way to lower rents is to build more housing. The software has nothing to do with raising rents or lowering rents.
Cities like San Francisco and Berkeley have implemented similar bans. 2 weeks ago, RealPage filed a lawsuit against the city of Berkeley, claiming the ban infringes on their First Amendment right to free speech.
It's a really clear answer.
Councilmember Elo Rivera was asked about the possibility of San Diego being sued.
We can't control whether or not folks sue, but what I do know is I'm not going to be intimidated by big corporate executives and their threats to sue us in order to try to get us to not protect consumers.
The ordinance will return for a final vote in the coming weeks. If approved again, it would take effect 30 days later. At San Diego City Hall, I'm Brian White. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Brian. The San Diego City Council also approved an ordinance to require grocery stores to provide paper coupons along with the digital ones. The goal is to help seniors, low-income households, and non-native English speakers who may lack access to digital tools. The ordinance passed on its first reading last month. Today's approval means it will take effect in 90 days.
New tonight in East County, where the city of Santi is experiencing a development boom. We've learned that thousands of new housing units are in the works.
And as CBS 8's Shannon Handy found out, there are new businesses moving in as well.
This is one of the new restaurants scheduled to open soon. A popular LA-based eatery called The Stand is going into what used to be a bank. It's one of a lot of places looking to expand in Santi.
On Mission Gorge Road in Santi, a construction crew is hard at work putting the final touches on The Stand, set to open within the next couple months. It's become a common scene throughout the city as more and more businesses and housing units are being developed.
Well, there's definitely a lot of traffic, but you definitely notice a lot more development across the board.
Brian Brecken works in Santi. He's watched it grow over the years, but says more recently it seems to have exploded.
So many more stores, and we've got the new Popeyes, and now we've got The Stand coming in. I mean, this place is booming.
We looked through both active and proposed projects in Santi and discovered there are over 4 dozen, a significant number considering the population here is only 60,000 people. Currently, more than 4,000 housing units are proposed or under construction, including 2,900 as part of the Finita Ranch housing development, which is still in limbo due to concerns regarding fire danger and environmental protection laws. There are also a number of businesses ranging from Carl Strauss, which is still in the very early stages, to another Starbucks and Soapy Joe's Car Wash.
Are we growing? Yes. Are we growing in the right direction? Yes.
Mayor John Minto credits a number of factors for Santi's growth spurt. For starters, there's a lot of open space. Plus, city staff actively recruits businesses, and they eliminate the red tape often seen in other cities.
If you have a business and it's good for the community, why wouldn't we want you here? And why wouldn't we want you here now, not 6 months, not a year, not 18 months, or 2 years from now? So why not get your application in and let's start processing everything and getting it done. Business-friendly community.
So we got 49ers.
That's one of the reasons Randy Blackwood chose to start a business here.
We actually applied at Mission Valley, and it was really hard and a lot of red tape. And Santi made it easy.
Pro Image Sports is a national chain franchise selling pro sports merchandise. Its grand opening is this Friday on Town Center Parkway.
The businesses thrive in Santi, and it's just a great atmosphere to have a store and even just to shop in as a consumer.
Shanna Handy, CBS 8.
Thanks, Shandy. Shandy.
That's her nickname.
That's her Hollywood name.
That's what we call her here.
Shannon Handy. Today, San Diego Unified is honoring its military students. April 15th is Purple Up Day. People are wearing purple to show their appreciation and support for our military community. About 8,000 San Diego Unified students come from a military family and face unique challenges like the stress of parental deployment or a family being transferred on short notice. The color purple is used because it is a combination of colors from different branches of the military, representing the unity of military families. We are getting a look at a touring exhibit from the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, highlighting the Black and Latin American players who broke the color line for each of the then 16 Major League Baseball teams.
It's called Breaking Barriers, and the exhibit is now open at the San Diego Central Library. It also features a special tribute to Johnny Ritchie, a San Diego native who broke the pro baseball color barrier on the West Coast with the 1948 Padres team. The exhibit runs through the end of May. Today's opening coincides with MLB's Jackie Robinson Day. That marks the anniversary of his debut with the Brooklyn Dodgers back in 1945, breaking the color barrier in baseball. Well, we're learning about that wild elephant video from the San Diego Zoo Safari Park that shows their unique behavior when yesterday's earthquake hit.
So cool. We'll have that story still ahead. Plus, a sophisticated heist, reportedly months in the making. How thieves were able to get away with more than $20 million worth of gold and jewelry.
And the concerns over plans to reopen a popular thoroughfare in the Palisades fire zone.
A lot of stubborn cloud cover throughout much of the day when it came to that marine layer. Now we are seeing a little bit of sunshine out there. We're gearing up for that sunset tonight. That is going to be at 7:19. Will we see a similar forecast tomorrow? Those details are ahead.